The most dangerous water slides ever created. This is by Origins Explained, and let's do it. This is the time, dude. It's summer. It's hot as hell out. Me and Skitten are about to go to that this weekend. We're about to go to the water park. It's not really water park. It's just a pool with a big ass slide. I'm always scared of them because we have a Wet and Wild out here in Vegas now, and there's this water slide that you sit on this big old blow up thing. And like it goes left to right, but it actually goes over the edge of the side of the water slide, and I feel like I could fall off of it. And every time I go on it, I think it's terrifying. So I think that this list is gonna have a lot of stuff on it that could kill people. That's just how I feel about it.
From designs that boggle the mind to others that were shut down soon after opening, join me as I reveal the 8 most dangerous water slides in the world.
I'm scared of heights, by the way, in case you were wondering. I am scared of heights.
Number 8, Black Hole. What a better way to start off this list than with a water slide that actually sounds like a death trap. Now, there are many water parks that have a slide called the Black Hole. I had my own personal embarrassing tragedy happen on one of them, actually. But the one I'm speaking of is in Orlando, Florida, at the Wet and Wild Water.
Your bikini came off? Your bikini came, you wedged yourself and your bikini ripped or something? Come on, give it to us.
Now, this slide, like many others on this list, have a history of being rather abusive to its riders, but some are just worse than others.
No, it's a giant black hole.
One man was actually struck by something in the slide,
I'm not going on
and this
that.
left him basically paralyzed from the legs down.
What?
He sued and got almost $2 million due to damages, but that's just the beginning of it all. Multiple people have filed suit, not just because the ride has a habit of knocking people off of their inner tubes, but there have been documented cases of people colliding in the slide itself.
No.
How does that happen?
No.
Well, the slide is long and takes over 23 seconds to complete, but the people at the park sent people down every 20 seconds. This leads to a lot of problems and a lot of collisions. So if you go to the Wet and Wild water park, do as most astronauts do and stay away from black holes. Number 7, Shoot the Rapids.
Yeah, that's at Wet and Wild. Bro, I don't know if I'm going on that.
Before I go into details on this one, you need some context. This slide made it onto this list because of a mechanical malfunction that almost created a disaster. It was not a design flaw like many other rides on this list. Now you know. Cedar Point Park is one of the most beloved amusement parks in the United States, especially in the Midwest. Tens of thousands flood to the park every year, and that means that the rides get a lot of abuse from the wear and tear. And that's exactly what happened with the ride Shoot the Rapids. This ride was one of those massive raft rides where you and 9 other people were fastened into a raft that had you go down a stream and then down a massive slide at the end.
Those are fun. Those are like the few fun ones that feel safe.
But to get to that part, you had to get hitched to a rail and then go up the hill.
Right.
Unfortunately for 10 people, that rail hitch broke apart way up high, and the people were basically dropped back down in a free fall. To make matters worse, the raft flipped, pinning all the people inside of it to the ground and leaving them face down in water with no air. Thankfully for all, there were people nearby who rushed to their rescue and saved them before anyone was killed.
Thank God.
There were injuries though, and to this day, this incident goes down as one of the worst incidents in water ride history.
How is that only number 7 then? If that's where we're already at the that's only
it
number
wasn't
7.
The park's fault because parts do break unexpectedly, but many people accuse them of not maintaining the ride properly.
Wow.
And now for number 6. But first, be sure to subscribe if you are new here. We have lots of new videos coming up.
Swag.
And let us know your water park experience in the comments below. Hopefully it's not scary.
Wow.
Number 6, the Aqua Sphere. The Peninsula Aquatic Recreation Center is home to a ride known as the Aqua Sphere, and it's not hard to see how it got the name with those massive spheres popping out in certain places. Side note, there are a lot of slides that have Aqua in the title. Why? Are they struggling to come up with good names for the rides? Or are they just trying to be super clear about what the ride entails? Anyway, let's move on. This is one ride you might hesitate a second before getting on. This ride has had issues for years with injuries. Apparently, the long twists and turns have a tendency to throw people around, to the extent that they get seriously injured. One absolutely terrible case had a young child thrown so hard against the slide that he fell unconscious and then drifted to the bottom of the slide where he was basically lifeless.
Oh my God.
He miraculously survived, but the incident was enough to shut the ride down to find out what exactly went on.
Going unconscious doesn't kill you. So that part she just made up to make it sound scary because your body would just be limp as you slid down. But you being unconscious does not mean your life is in danger. That's why on football fields when people like get hit and go to sleep, they're not dead, okay? They're not your brain just crashes into your skull and you pass out. That doesn't mean it's not miraculous that he survived. Okay, it's just what I'm saying. Like he's fine.
Maybe even more puzzling, this wasn't even the first time someone had gotten injured on the ride. It was just one of the more severe cases of injuries. Even during the testing of the ride, yes, the testing of the ride, there were injuries reported by the test group. Which begs the question, how was this ride open to the public when the tests of the ride showed there would be injuries? I'm surprised they were willing to risk a lawsuit.
Me
I guess
too,
they
actually.
figured people still want the thrill. Number 5,
Yeah.
the Aqua Loop. Loops are a key attraction at both amusement parks and water parks, but the main problem with designing a ride with loops is that if you don't get enough speed, you're not going around it. This is what happened with one woman in Australia who rode the Aqua Loop. Now, to be fair, the ride hasn't had too many complaints, and it was designed and tested to ensure that you got enough speed to go
That
up and
looks
over so
terrifying.
you could go back down.
No.
But as you know, there's a 1 in a million chance, and that chance ended up being a woman in 2012.
And it just drops you from the
It's not
bottom.
clear what happened to her so that she honestly couldn't get enough speed. So when she got near the top of the loop, she didn't have enough momentum to continue. She fell right back down the way she came, injuring her shoulder in the process. The problem she then faced was that she couldn't go back up to continue the ride, and she also couldn't go back up the way she came.
Oh my God, that'd be so
she was
scary.
Stuck. Thankfully, there was an escape hatch that let her get out, but the fear and pain were still very much on her mind.
Yeah.
She ended up suing the park because of the incident.
Hell
Wouldn't
yeah.
you? Number 4,
Hell yeah.
the Verrückt.
Bro, pay me, put me in a fucking death water loop, I'd fucking panic. Oh my God, I'm panicking right now, thinking about panicking. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not in an aqua loop. I have plenty of room to move my arms. I get slightly claustrophobic. I'm fine. Okay, I'm good. But I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking doing that.
Part of the fun of going on a water slide is seeing the way it's designed.
Hell no.
Since it's a park, it's meant to incite feelings of awe and wonder of what going
This
on
is making me not want to go to the fucking water park. What the
on the
fuck?
different slides will be like. But since they are competing to be cool and cause excitement, it can have some bad side effects, including death. Case in point,
What do
the
you
Verrückt,
what do you
located at
mean?
Schlitterbahn Water Park in Kansas City, a slide that was actually taller than the Statue of Liberty.
What?
Think about that for a second. I'll wait. Terrified? Same
Oh
here.
my God, that's a
On
giant
one
drop.
hand, I could imagine the thrill of going up that high and seeing the world look so
No.
small beneath me, and then the rush of getting
Oh
to the
my-
bottom and then having a good nervous laugh once I'm at the
my
bottom.
God, it's stressing
But
me
if
out.
there's any issue at all with the ride, it could
Oh
claim
my
a
God.
life. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh my God. I would not want to do that. It's open on the sides, bro.
In 2016, a young boy got on the ride and didn't make it. Because of the incident, the slide is going to be demolished. The owners of the park and the designer of the ride have been charged with second-degree murder.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Number 3, streamer slide. When it comes to water slides, there are 2 ways to go down. One is bare body, which is standard in most slides. The other is by inner tube, which can be solo or in
I
tandem
don't like
depending
the
on the
inner
ride.
tube ones, man.
In regards to the tubes, there's always a danger of not holding on and losing them.
Yeah.
But the truly dangerous water slides are the ones that make those tubes flip with you in it.
Right.
For example, in the Calypso Water Park located in Ottawa, Canada, there was a water slide known simply as the streamer slide. It was a simple enough creation. It gave you an inner tube and sent you on your way. Nothing wrong with that, right? Wrong. This slide had a notorious habit of causing the tubes to flip, injuring tons of people. In fact, so many were injured that 20 different lawsuits were brought against the park.
Damn.
Although some were dropped when the trial came around, the park was found guilty in 6 of them.
Wow.
One of the worst injuries by far was when a woman broke 2 vertebrae in her back. The worst part of it all, though, was that after these injuries happened, the park didn't report them. They just continued with business as usual. And as maybe the biggest slap in the face, the ride is still there.
Really?
Number 2, the
I might
Aqua
not wanna
Nova
do that.
Adventure Pool. This one is actually really terrifying and not even in the way you'd expect, but it needs to be said. You go on water slides to have fun, to enjoy the water park, and hang out in the pool.
Right.
It's great, except when the ending is dangerous, especially for women. The Aqua Nova Adventure Pool is located in Sweden, a place known for its beauty and peace.
Right.
Yet in the pool that had people playing in it or people arriving at the end of their water slide adventures, many women and girls found an unpleasant experience. This park is notorious for groups of men hanging out there waiting to abuse women and girls at the bottom of the rides.
What?
Not only the water park, but Sweden's public pools in general have become dangerous places known for assault.
What?
While the government has ordered parks not to report certain things, especially the ethnicity or religion of those who cause problems in the pool for fear of spreading hatred and fear among society. Men and women in Sweden have been swimming together in public pools for over 100 years, but sadly, women are now afraid of going. The media is only able to refer to this problem as youth gangs, groups of 10 to 20 men who disrupt the water parks and threaten patrons.
What the fuck kind of problem is that? I don't... What? That's real. I gotta look that up. That shit don't sound real. What?
Number 1, the cannonball loop. Okay, this one had to be at the top of the list.
The fuck
now,
is
yes,
that?
It's not in the world anymore, but it was for a month. And from start to finish, this water slide was not only dangerous, it was potentially lethal. And yet the people who made it and ran the park didn't care. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the cannonball loop. This abomination of good sense was located in 1985 at Action Park of Verrückt Township. If the look of the slide doesn't give you pause, then you need to study some science. But if that's still not enough, take a look at the park itself. Action Park of Vernon Township actually had a very dark history of abusing their customers via their rides and slides. And there had actually been 6 recorded deaths at the park, with many other people being seriously injured. But did this stop them from making the most dangerous water slide ever? Nope. The problem with the cannonball loop is the loop itself. Now, yes, roller coaster rides and certain other amusement park rides have loops in them, but that's because they have enough speed to get you going fast enough to take the loop smoothly.
Right.
The cannonball loop didn't have that. Even with the long build-up, it was a guarantee that people would get hurt. But they didn't care, and they did whatever they could to get people on the slide. Reports even came out that they bribed their own park workers with $100 to ride the ride. The brave few that did wouldn't go on it again. What's worse, the actual customers who went on the ride sometimes got stuck at the top of the loop,
That's
and
awful.
an escape hatch had to be put in to ensure they could get out safely. Still not enough? Well, the construction of the water slide made it so that sand could pool at the bottom of the slide. So anyone who went down it would get scratched by the sand, and the slide would have to be closed down for cleaning. Thankfully for everyone, the slide was closed down a month after opening.
This is stressing me out, bro. I don't think I want to go. I don't know. I gotta just watch from a distance for a while to make sure ain't nobody dying. I got stuck on a water slide at Six Flags, had to shut down the whole water park section. Oh my God. I almost fell unconscious and almost drowned in a water slide. Oh my God. Oh my God, now I'm scared of giant water slides. Well, I don't know, man. I'll see you guys in the next one, ChavezzSlovakia. That shit's scary to me. Let me know what you think. Are you going on it? Are you an adventure seeker?
Crocs.
Because I am not.
Crocs.
Face.
Crocs. 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 I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. Wearing Crocs, boy. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. Wearing Crocs, boy. My Crocs are gold. My pops is old. My Crocs got soul. My Crocs are bold. I go to church wearing Crocs. I'm always turned wearing Crocs. My Crocs are great. Your Crocs are lame. With my Crocs, I can cross a lake. Crocs, 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 Crocs.